Hello and welcome to another Red Resurrection. This isn't a 1v1, this is a 2v2. And it's me playing as Europe, allied with Tyhednus as Yugoslavia, versus a couple of other people I'm going to have to work out because I didn't actually record the loading screen, which tells me this information. So I can't remember who is in the game right now, I'll have to find out. And this is the first video I've done for a while, I think. Since, I don't know, November maybe? I'm not too sure. But took a bit of a break from all that and a bit of a break from modding, but gone back to do quite a lot. You might see some in this game, not too sure. But there is a new infantry coming for Yugoslavia that I think is I think I'm able to announce. I don't like to say things that I go back on, but I think this guy will stay in. And he's a new infantry for Yugoslavia on T3 that attaches bombs to your own vehicles. But when these bombs go off, they actually buff the armor of the vehicle by, well, at the moment it doubles the armor for quite a period of time. So it definitely makes Yugoslavia, or allows Yugoslavia to be better at tank engagements, direct combat. I think Yugoslavia was still lacking in a little something in battles, but of course it's a bit of a micro-intensive activity, so something you have to like remember to do. But that's kind of Yugoslavia. They're more of a harder kind of faction to play. They rely on more special uses of their units and stuff. So I'm just trying to scout out their base. Looks like I'm a little slow though. Tyhednus has his war factory already, and I'm just getting mine down. Kind of crawling preemptively towards the ore in the south, while Tyhednus is going up the cliff there towards the gems. And I think he's going to capture the oil derrick. I think at the beginning there was a bit of confusion about whose oil derrick was who and whatnot, because the placements are a little odd on this 2v2 version of the map. Going to try going straight for airfield as well, which is something I try and do sometimes. It's, as Europe, as it can be really powerful, but we'll see if it's successful in this game, where if you go for, you know, get 3 Valkyries and you can destroy any vehicle, which makes them really good miner hunters, and especially if you can hit a cluster of them around the refinery, you could destroy a few miners in one go with just 3 Valkyries. So it's expensive, but can be really good. That's what I'm going to try and go for. Building some GIs as well, and I'm going for Rocketeers. I'm trying to do some harassment stuff here, while building up my economy on the back of it. Yeah, green allied player. Oh, that's a nice terror drone shot. And he killed the other IFE as well. Pretty good. The terror drone's still alive too. But he has got the house there, and he's really crawling into the middle. And trying to split my miners up better. I guess maybe go for the machine shop. Not sure. Oh, and there's an enemy terror drone. Means I'm going to build a pillbox, because at least with chrono miners you can just chrono back to the refinery and then kill the terror drone. I'll put some GIs in. And I can Please snipe these Guardian GIs. Brap brap. There you go. 500 quid down the drain there. For the green player. One more Valkyrie and I can send him out. Now, what am I going to do? Thinking about sending him up north, but then I decided to send him down south. Probably going to try and attack that oil derrick. Going for my arsenal. After all this time. It's quite a late one, really. Because I built the airfield and the second refinery before going for T2, and a bit silly just standing there, to be honest, with those units. Yeah, the red player's got some Rykovs there, so he's ready, but see a lot of chrono miners here. Fire! Oh, that's terrible. They had the opportunity and they ballsed it up.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Could have got a couple of miners there, but didn't go down that way. And the Rykovs are gone, so send in my Rocketeers, and Tyhednus is beaconing because my Valkyries got stuck. I think that was because they were told to like move, and then his infantry got there maybe, and then I don't know. They got stuck on the tile or something. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to mosey on out. Ooh, just lost one Rocketeer though. Yeah. A nice little power drop here. Just send them towards the cliff edge there, so if he tries to come round I'll be able to get a few shots off, probably. Although the Scorch is coming immediately. And am I going to go for T3 already? No, I'm going to go for barracks. And sometimes I actually stop myself from going for T3 when I'm like, you know what, it doesn't feel like it's been long enough. Even though there's kind of no reason not to, but it's just something I despise in games, is teching up too quickly, because it feels like a waste of earlier units in a way. They don't have their time in the battle. But in a team game, it's very easy to tech up quicker because you've got the security of your ally, which, you know, Tyhednus is keeping me nice and protected in the back. I can try and snipe those Rykovs and I guess send in the Rocketeers again, but he has built a flat cannon too. Tyhednus getting some Shogun shells on him, and those Grenadiers annihilated the house. Gonna send them into the shroud, kind of just to scout, see if I can do any damage. Chrono Miner nearly killed everyone there, but managed to run out of the way with the power of drugs. And gonna snipe this service crane, which is nice. Tyhednus came along for the ride, I guess. Oh, and there's a massive bunch of cyborgs that saved the Rykov. And that glacial shield saved that Shogun, but it also jammed the Chrono Miner in the refinery, which is kind of funny. Did some damage though, took out a couple of power plants I think, and the service crane. Bit dangerous. Oh, immediately reacted. Don't go there. Oh, I've got my Valkyries. What am I talking about? I thought they were the Rocketeers. Trying to see if I can just like zoom in and snipe something. Waiting for the miners to cluster. like here maybe, but...
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Oh, there, I got 2 war miners, which is nice. Lost a few rocketeers there to a bad thing, but gonna prepare to expand with Quantum Leap up to the north,
Unit ready.
which will also help Tyhednus if he expands off my my structure.
Unit ready.
And try and take out this disruptor that's kind of just sitting there, maybe trying to cloak the miners, I'm not sure, but Rocketeers will force them away. As you could see, there are new little ring graphics around the bottom as well. Nothing fancy at all, but they're slightly animated now and have a little bit of kind of drop shadow, which is a stylistic theme of Red Resurrection, I guess. They're just a little prettier. There's quite a lot of changes this patch actually. There's also a massive reworking of the UK, because they were the one country left that I didn't like very much, and so they've been given a huge overhaul. Really, lots of changes actually, pretty much to most of their unique arsenal, but I'm not going to spoil any of that stuff just yet because you know, things are very much work in progress there.
New construction options. Building. Training.
But the UK should be a lot more,
Unit lost.
hopefully more interesting in that kind of have to combo units a bit more, because I don't think they had to before. You just saw blobs of penguins and terahertz, and that was like a solid block of generally good units. And now they're a little weaker, but there are more special. There are some special units that they gain access to buff up their army, and hopefully things are just a little different for them. A little fresher.
Unit ready.
Need something destroyed.
And a lot of balance changes too. I think I'm going to lose all of those. Wow, okay. They're on red health, but they survived. Valkyries do have quite a lot of HP though, I think, compared to most aircraft,
Unit ready.
because they're slower
Construction complete.
and a little less versatile.
Building.
Got a bastion as well. On the front lines, that means our infantry will be buffed
Unit ready.
quite significantly. Well, our infantry will be buffed, and also the enemies, if they go under the bastion's radius, will also be debuffed. So it sort of keeps people away. Got a few bishops now though, which is really nice, because that will allow us to try and push into the shroud a bit, and that's kind of funny. I think, yeah, Solaris is placed down there, right on the revealed Shogun, but it was cloaked by a disruptor, so you couldn't actually see it. Which is kind of funny that works like that, isn't it? That's the game engine, really. Built an extra refinery so that I can quantum leap one of them away if I get the money, because I'm pretty broke, actually. There it is.
Construction complete.
And there is a refinery. I'm going to send a bunch of them up there and build my own gap generator to counter the enemies, or not really counter, but do the same annoying thing. And I'm going to use Crackdown, here we go. Nice. I think Europe is in a really cool spot nowadays, after the last loads of patches actually. I think Europe was worked on quite a lot, but they feel really good now, especially with these assault GIs, which is a T3 power. I think I'm going to take out a couple of... oh no, need to get vision. Lucky artillery does have longer range vision generally, I think. Oh yeah! But these assault GIs are really fun because they have flashbangs that stop the enemy infantry from firing for like 2 seconds or something, so that the assault GI can essentially get the first shot. And they have these shotguns, widespread shotguns, and they're uncrushable. So they can be really cool. Am I going to take out the refinery? Oh, he just killed the bishop, I think, before I got the refinery, which is quite nice for him. Yeah, Europe feels real chunky and fun at the moment, I think. So, and the Quantum Lab edition I really like too. Just kind of makes the... It's just... I like the non-linear... Well, it's technically non-linear in some way, but I like the tech tree being more spread out, you know, so you have to buy a separate structure for such a useful power, rather than just get it on T3. Knowing, you know, because then it... Especially because that aids tech rushing, you know. Now it's a little slower, or a little. There's more choice of when you get it, which means that you could choose to tech up slower in order to spread out more by getting the Quantum Lab earlier and expanding rather than teching up. But there's a Cataclysm there that I just looked over. And there it is. I think I just double checked. Got the reactor powered down at least. Probably not going to get it though, because, you know, Chrono Legionnaires, what do they actually achieve besides annoying stuff? That is a lot of Chrono Miners and Iron Grunts.
Construction complete. Unit lost.
Oh, you need to get out of there.
Unit lost.
There ain't a why I waited. I just wanted to see if the reactor would disappear, I guess. Because it'd be good if there was a countdown or something. It could be possible, but it's not, unfortunately. Yeah, I got some more Guardian GIs. Oh. Attack moved with the Chrono Legionnaire, but here they go. And they should just shred up this group of infantry. There we go. Contamination there actually probably does some damage to the Grenadiers there to try and run out. Ah, what am I doing with the Bishop? Killing my Grenadiers is what I'm doing with the Bishop, because the Contaminate ability was put on the Bishop by the Disruptor, which kills infantry really quickly. Got my Ore Purifier, so my economy should be pretty good now for a while. Just trying to like... I feel like I've been letting Tyhednus. Whoa, look at all that. Is that 3 out of 2 disruptors? What happened there? One wore off, so I guess it was a while ago, but been letting Tyhednus do a lot of the work, I feel, but I'm powering up. This is my excuse. Because that's how UK play. Europe. Why do I keep saying UK? I guess I've been working on UK a lot. But, yeah. It's kind of the Europe style to have to power up. Whoa! Did I know about that? I didn't send them far away enough. Couldn't save all my Valkyries. This could be an issue. Surprise Kairovs. Or Kirov. If I have to pronounce it like that. Is always a bad thing. So Guardian GIs are good at taking them out though. But Kairovs are good at taking out buildings, so luckily I have another War Factory, but I lost, what did I lose? War Factory T2 and Refinery. No, he didn't go for the Refinery actually, so that's good, but he did get the airfield. Trying to go another route, because one thing that I tend to do, and maybe other people do too, is get a little locked into attacking through the same pathway all the time, and you just kind of force like a stalemate. So I'm going to try and bring some forces down to the south here, take some pressure off of Tyhednus perhaps, in the north, and let's See if I can get a shot off from the...
Lost.
Oh, nope. Wasn't even the Grand Cannon that destroyed it.
Unit lost.
Which it could. Like, two. God, if I split them up. Just a one cell more would have been good. And,
Unit lost.
this is a cool little infantry assault though. Look at all these shotgun guys flying.
Unit lost.
Look at those Guardian GIs flying through the air. Get my IFE out of there.
Unit lost.
Didn't really do anything there, really, but boom goes the Grand Cannon.
Unit lost.
I really like the infantry flying animation. I think that was added in the last patch. Well, the animation itself is actually in the vanilla game files, but it was totally unused.
Construction.
Now it's used for high explosive kind of weapons that make infantry fly around.
Ready. Unit lost.
And I added that in the last patch.
Building.
So I'm a little crippled. Oh, he's attacking around the south as well.
Our base is under attack.
And I'm going to try and
Unit
unsuccessfully chrono warp it away. Although it did stop him from firing for a few seconds, so actually that kind of worked. I think at the time I was like, you know, that was a mistake, but
unit ready.
maybe that's actually an interesting deliberate move. To like temporarily warp something out for like a few seconds.
Complete.
Possible, isn't it? Fucked it up because there was a tree in the way and I did it wrong. Grand Cannon. Luckily the Grand Cannon can shoot up the cliff there
Construction options.
because it's an invisible projectile. Because if it was ranged it would just like miss over height differences all the time and be a bit silly. So I think... Ooh, nice. Managed to get a decent shot. Got some Sonic Enforcers here, which is really cool. Didn't see a lot of those because they're late game and expensive, but very powerful.
Unit ready.
Yeah, I think Tyhednus put an Ironsmith bomb, which is the new Yugo infantry, onto
Construction complete.
his enemy actually. So unfortunately, there's no way of stopping
Unit lost.
your units from... Wow, they survived, but a lot of damage. There's no way of actually stopping units from being able to target the enemy. They don't do it automatically though, but they can target the enemy.
Building.
Damn. Not sure what was there, but dead. Whatever it was.
Construction complete.
Got a Vortex.
Unit ready.
Got a Vortex and a prison tank. And really shitty crackdown ability there, but I don't have money or a cluster of GIs anywhere else, I guess.
New rally point established.
Need to expand for money.
Primary building selected. On hold. Unit ready.
Yeah, which I'm gonna do now. Cool. How smart of me. Oh, and I got Wojtek and Brute as well.
Unit lost.
Damn.
Unit ready.
Ah, every hit of the Grand Cannon feels impactful now, which is cool. Gotta be careful with him though. I need to hotkey him, but I'm not sure I do that well with him this game.
Unit lost.
Yeah, deploy
Critical unit.
Wojtek so he goes into rage mode.
Unit
I think
ready.
he's gonna get
Unit lost.
destroyed by those Buratinos though. Is he?
Unit lost.
Well, he takes out one Buratino and then he gets stuck or something?
Lost.
I don't know, it's a bit weird.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
I think that is a dead
Target.
Vortex, but I used the Chrono Freeze ability,
Under attack.
and his units do actually just walk into it,
Ready.
which is great, so a big cluster of the enemy army is trapped there.
Building. Warning. Weather control
Um,
device detected.
But Tyhednus looks like he's run out of money too.
New rally point
And there's a couple of Kirovs.
attack.
Oh no, a plague got onto
Our ally
Tyhednus' Tesla mammoths as well.
Unit ready.
We need to get ready to destroy these
Unit ready.
frozen units, really.
On hold. Cancel. Our base
But I think there's too much going on. Tyhednus has been absolutely destroyed. That's crazy. He just didn't have the cash, I think, and to prepare. And
Repairing.
I'm gonna lose that.
Target.
And it's within minimum range, so I couldn't fire it, unfortunately.
Unit ready.
Managed to get out a few GIs though, or Guardian GIs. A few prism tanks, sending the bishop up there to the high ground because they're pretty good on the high ground. No boy, really good contamination there. Just killed all of my Guardian GIs there, and Tyhednus is walking past the prison tank there too. Jesus, oh my God, he's losing his infantry too. It's over, you idiot. That's a pretty sweet combo though, isn't it? Dr. Debrillo and Brute. Lots of disabling there, that's for sure. Although, he could take out those Rykovs for me, please. Probably has to run from the, I don't know, from the everything.
Unit ready. Cannot deploy here. Critical unit lost.
What am I even doing, really?
Target. Unit
Come on, I gotta chrono something over here to be able to place
building.
a refinery.
Placed.
And tell my ally that he can build there now.
Building.
Prism tank didn't get shot off before dying there to
Rally point established.
the Zumamis. All these irradiate. What are they called now? Is it called irradiation? No, it's not. It's called contamination now.
Unit ready.
That changed a while ago. Because it's not radiation, it's a toxic cloud. Because the chaps,
Unit ready.
which I apologise because it's a little racist to say that, but casual racism. It's in my blood.
Lost.
as a Briton.
Lost. Training.
The Japanese like
Ready. Building.
chemical weapons
Unit lost.
or
Our ally is under attack.
toxic weapons. If they did in World War II, I'm sure they've reformed themselves now. Sure, nothing like that could ever happen again.
Select target. Unit lost. Insufficient funds.
I don't know what that Cataclysm's doing, but it's walking into my fire, which is good. I'm like not sure whether to put that down, but I did.
Construction complete.
Yeah, just got it. Just got it.
Unit ready.
And because I'm a clever boy, I remembered that certain units, like the Chrono Legionnaires, can actually go within the bubble. Like Chrono units, basically, can go within the bubble and not get trapped. Ah, the plague.
Ready.
Plague. Got a few infantry. Did get nerfed a bit, the radius of it, in this patch. But it can spread.
Unit lost.
Oh! Now I'm not gonna get that Cataclysm because never lucky.
Unit lost.
The plague has spread actually already, hasn't it? Look at that.
Unit
Gonna run into the enemy though. Come on.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Gonna give him my diseases.
Lost. Building. Unit lost.
Actually, I should mention more about the Ironsmith, I suppose, because that's the new unit. You can see the bubble there on those Tesla mammoths, little red bubble. It's supposed to be like a weaker version of the Iron Curtain.
Unit ready.
That's a lot of EMP'd units. Supposed to be like a weaker version. It creates like a shell of I don't know, Iron Curtain-ness.
Unit ready.
But resonating molecules, as it's explained in Red Alert 1. Whatever the hell that means. Boiling water, I guess. They're resonating molecules, but it's a shell of those that renders something
Unit ready.
very strong, not invincible, because it's not the actual Iron Curtain,
Nuclear silo detected.
but a lot stronger. And
Unit lost.
when it detonates, though, it does kill infantry or damages infantry.
Is under attack.
As well, so you can use it if you put it on like some tanks and you drive the tanks into enemy infantry and then the tank is destroyed,
Unit lost.
the Ironsmith bomb will go off and it'll damage infantry, which is kind of a cool secondary use, which I've used it once, at least, to kill Dante. The meme was that Iron Curtain is just used to kill Dante, because it was, pretty much. It's like Dante is a sneaky effer, and the guarantee way to kill him is using the Iron Curtain. But I did manage to kill him with the Iron Smith as well, by using 3 hammer tanks and going around, standing around him and then deploying the bombs on the tanks to kill Dante. So I feel pretty accomplished by that. It's not easy to do, but it's an option. Trying to get Spy in to the IFV. I think I didn't even really think about the Lightning Storm until it was pretty much ready, so it is going to get fired. Tried to delay with the Chrono Legionnaire, but he obviously saw it, because he's not an idiot. And I'm going to Chrono away T3 of my ally. Don't know whether that was necessary or not, but I wanted to save something, I guess. Probably should have gone for the War Palace, really, because that was more, you know, expensive, but it survived anyway, I think, so. Got a couple of spies here, so going to spy the War Factory, and can I get it in? Yes! Spied the construction yard too, which resets radar for the enemy, which is really really annoying. That is a Grand Cannon. That is an unfriendly Grand Cannon on the cliff there. This is a really action-packed game. That's why I wanted to upload it, because you kind of just see everything, and yet it's pretty close. Another Plague Strike there. Got on a Tesla Mammoth there. He's got to split them up, because you don't want those getting infected. They're worth a lot of money. And that is a dead Vortex. No, it's not. Well, he didn't use the Tupolevs there, which is good, because they obviously would have killed the Vortex. That's the #1 way the Vortex dies, is to Tupolevs. And Tsunamis on cliffs, I think. But they did good damage anyway. And look back at my base, and there's nothing but smouldering rubble. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm even going to be able to save the War Factory. I try and teleport away the arsenal there, so that if I can kill the Kharov, then I'll be able to build an MCV, but apparently I do have another War Factory. Interesting. So I am building another MCV. Not sure where my other War Factory even is. Ah, he's got lots of Psycho Troopers too, which is a pain. Ouch. More Cataclysms. Where is my War Factory? Seriously. Ooh, managed to use the Chrono Legionnaire to make his building invincible. But seriously, where the hell is my War Factory? Got loads of the positive thing is that I've got loads of GIs from all the destroyed buildings, so I can't use Crackdown. Don't have Crackdown. Oh well. Got some GIs. Dobrillo taking nuclear warheads to the face, like the big Slavic man that he is. Got some Chrono Legionnaires. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, I do. Ah, there's my there's my War Factory, and that's the last thing that an MCV wants to wake up to, is a bunch of grinders. Cause, it's dead. It's over. That Cataclysm is getting erased though. Slowly but surely. Maybe not so surely, because oh, there's infantry. The corpses. So I'm dead, so pretty much. So It's not looking good, and Tyhednus is pretty damn battered as well. This expansion onto the high ground is really cool. Especially with the Grand Cannons and the Disruptors cloaking the Grand Cannons. Gonna just delay the nuclear missile for a few seconds, I guess. But yeah, they're cleaning me up. I was trying to use the combat drugs just before I lost the arsenal, didn't even manage to do that. No, of course it's not gonna get raised. Come on. And there's the nuke. Hey, you get to see both super weapons in a game. That's pretty awesome. Lots of action, and this is GG. And there's the nuke going off. Massive, massive nuclear animation there. Your mum's GG. And who can blame her? Oh, there's a Perrin. Oh, it's Tyhednus, and he's surrendered. And that's GG, we lose this 2v2, unfortunately.